methods reduces complexity in a program. Hello everyone, welcome to Programming Perception. I'm Amit Kumar and this is our 7th video tutorial in BlueJ for 10th. If you are new to this channel, then please subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for the notification. So without wasting any time further, let's see how we are going to reduce or how a method reduces complexity in a program. And in this tutorial we are going to see that practically. So with a practical example we are going to do that. So yes, in my previous video tutorials also I told you that method reduces complexity. Now the question arises how. So to understand this we are taking two examples of two different programs. These programs we have already attempted in class 9th, but we are going to re-attempt it, and this time we will take help of methods, and then you are going to understand how a method reduces complexity. Okay, which is the first program? Now the first program is to take two numbers, to accept two numbers from the user. Actually these numbers will be treated as range, so accept two numbers from the user. And the second thing is you have to print all the palindrome numbers between them. Okay, you have to print all the palindrome numbers between them. If you remember, palindrome number is a number which is same to its reverse. For example, a number, original number and its reverse both are same, then the original number is known as palindrome number. Example is 1221. If you are going to reverse it, it will remain 1221, 101, 151, 252. These are all palindrome numbers because either the normal number, the original number or its reverse both are same. So what we are going to do in this program, we have to accept two numbers from the user. That will be the range. Okay, one will be a smaller number, one will be a bigger number. Now, and we have to print all the palindrome numbers between these two numbers. So if you remember, in class 9th we have attempted this program we have done in BlueJ for 9th video series, and there we were using actually a nested loop to do this, where the outer loop was running for the range from the smaller value to the larger value, and every time the loop counter was taking one value within the range. Okay, and inner loop was actually reversing the number, and then we were checking it whether the number and its reverse are same or not. If they were same, we were printing it, otherwise not. So if you have understood it, then it's okay. Otherwise you can click on the link right now and go to that particular program where we have done this. Now so we have to accept two numbers and we will print palindrome numbers, but as I told you, we are going to do it with methods. So how we are going to do that with methods? We will divide our task. Okay, what is our task? Our task is to accept two numbers. So first task is to accept two numbers. Now second task is to run from first number to second number, or to run in the range. So you will take each number available in the range, available in between these two numbers, and third we will reverse the number, and fourth one we will print whether it is palindrome or not. Okay, we will print whether it is palindrome or not. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will create different methods for these subtasks. So there are 4 subtasks in the main task, and we will create a different methods. For example, we will create a method that will accept two numbers, or that will run that will accept two numbers, then a method that will run within the range, then a method that will reverse the original number, and then a method that will check whether the original and the reverse are same or not, and accordingly it will print. So we will create different methods for it. Now what will be the benefit? First benefit, definitely it will make it easy for you to create a program It will make easy for you to create a program where any kind of complexity is there. For example, there was a complexity over here. We have to work with the range, we have to check the reverse, we have to check palindrome or not. So what we have done, we have divided the problems into sub problems, and at a time we will work on one sub problem, and that's how it reduces complexity. Of course, it also increases reusability, but just by saying that it reduces complexity or it increases reusability is not going to make you understand it. I will show you that practically these programs. Let's see the second program which we will make today practically. So how we are going to do that? Let's see. We will create an accept method. We will create an accept method. And let's see, this accept method is accepting two parameters. What will be the two parameters? Starting point and ending point. Okay. Then run a range. So there is a calculate. Suppose there is a calculate method which will actually run within the range. Okay. Now we will create one more method, reverse. Now what this method will do? It will accept one integer and it will reverse it and it will return the reverse. So it will return also. And then a method to print whether that is palindrome or not. This we will do here itself, where we are calculating. Okay, where we are actually running within the range. So we will create separate methods for separate tasks, and that you will understand with the practical. Let's see what is the second program that we are going to see today. The second program is actually kind of similar program, where we are accepting two numbers from the user and printing all the emirp numbers, EMIRP, emirp numbers between them. Okay, if you remember what are emirp numbers? Okay, number and its reverse, when both are prime, then it is a emirp number. If you will write it, you will understand the logic itself. Emirp, EMIRP, and if you will write emirp in reverse, that will become PRIME. Right. So when the original number and its reverse both are prime, the number is emirp. Again, you will create different methods to perform the task. For example, you will accept values. Okay. Now you will work in range. Okay. Now each digit that you are taking from the range, you are first checking the original for prime. Original for prime. So actually you will create one method that will check whether number is prime or not. Okay, three method, and one for reversing. Okay, fine. So accept will accept two parameters. Two parameters you will accept here. Range will work for the range, so no parameter you will pass, no return type. Here also no return type. Actually, prime method will be is prime. It will accept a number and it will return boolean. If the number is prime, it will return true. If the number is not prime, it will return false. And reverse will accept the number and will return its reverse, as like in the previous program. So the same program which we have done in class 9th, we are going to attempt the same program today also, but this time we are going to attempt it with help of methods, and then you are going to understand how a method reduces complexity. So without wasting any time further, let's proceed to the laptop.
Okay students, so now we will see that with the help of methods how a programming complexity gets reduced. For that I am creating a palindromes class, and inside this palindromes class I will create two data members, that is for the range. One will represent starting point and one will represent ending point, and then methods to perform tasks. So for example, starting point and ending point as SP and EP. Now I will create a method to accept values, where I will take S and E, where I will assign SP to I will assign SP with value of S and EP with value of E. So that will be the starting and ending point. Now I will create one more method, calculate, and as I told you, in the calculate method we will work with the range. So here we need a loop. That loop counter will start. Let's suppose the loop counter is num, so that loop counter will start from SP, starting point, and num is less than equals to EP and num plus plus. So this loop will run from starting point to ending point, taking each value at a time in the num variable. Now we know, maybe you might be wondering that how we are using SP in two different methods. because SP is a data member, we can use it in any method of the class. Now we need to check whether a specific number is actually palindrome or not, right? So for that we need to create a reverse method that will accept a number and will reverse it. You can see I have written int as return type. Okay, int reverse. Why? Because this method will return an integer. Now what integer it will return? It will return reverse of x. Now you know with help of a for loop how you are going to reverse this x. So for reversing I am creating an rev variable where I am storing 0. This for loop is actually I am creating I loop counter. So this I loop counter will be assigned with x. This loop will run till I is greater than 0 and every time I is equals to I divided by 10. Now here within this loop we will do rev. Okay, one more thing, we need to take the digits. So int d is equals to I mod 10. Now in the rev is equals to rev into 10 plus d. So I have already created this program of reversing a number in BlueJ for 9th video series. Okay, after this loop rev will have the reverse of the number, so I will return rev. So here I have created a reverse method that is accepting a number and returning its reverse. Now in the calculate I will create one rev and I will assign reverse of num. So I will call the reverse function with num value and its reverse will be stored in rev. I will only need to check if num equals to rev, I will print it, because if num and reverse is same, it is a palindrome. So I will print that num and I will provide a comma. So you can see I have done tasks in 3 different methods. Calculate is actually running a loop for the range, is reversing the number with the help of a reverse method and checking number and reverse are same or not. If they are same, it's printing the value. You can also print here like reverse between or palindrome between SP and EP R. So just write down palindrome between SP and EP R. Palindrome between SP and EP R. SP and EP are variables, so we will print it outside double inverted comma, otherwise its value will be printed as it is. So palindrome number between SP and EP R, and then after we will print these palindrome values. So I hope you understood this. Now we will just run this program without creating main. Also you can run it, just compile it and create an object by right clicking and clicking on new palindrome. Then object will be created and right click and click on accept. You need to pass 2 values. So I am passing 1 and a second value I am passing, let's suppose 200. Okay, now I am calling calculate. Okay, calculate. You can see it's printing all the values, all the palindrome values between 1 and 200, and because of print it's printing all of them in one single line. Okay, now there was one more reverse method. If I will pass any value to it, 1 2 3 4 5, it's going to return me the reverse of it. You can see 5 4 3 2 1. So you can see I have created a different methods inside the class, and that's why complexity is reduced. If you remember the program that I have made in BlueJ for 9th to perform the same task, first of all it was a 2D first of all it was a nested loop, and that's why program was already complicated one. The second program that we have discussed today was to print emerp numbers between 2 numbers. So few things we are already need to do, which we have done here itself. So I'm copying it and I'm going to create a new class. This is for printing, I forgot the number itself. Okay, emerp numbers. So emerp numbers. Now within this emerp numbers I am going to perform few things which I have done in the previous class itself for the range, because here also we need to work with the range. So I copied it, I am pasting here. So accept method I have created for the range itself. Now I will create one reverse. So reverse would be as like the reverse of the palindrome. So I am creating here also the same method which I have created there. Okay, so I am just copy pasting it. Now you might be saying that, sir, where is the reusability? You have to copy paste it. Okay, I need not to if I would have created an object of that class inside this class, but I don't want to do that. That's why I just copy pasted. one more method I will create, which will tell whether it is prime number or not. So is prime method, and it will return boolean. I will pass one integer to it, and it will return whether that is prime or not. So for that I will create I variable or a count to count how many times it is divisible. I am assigning C, which is the counter, to 0. Now a loop in which I will assign n to the loop counter, and this loop will run till the loop counter value is greater than 0, and every time I will do divide equals to by 10. Now all that I need to do here is C++ and nothing else, okay, because I need to count, okay. So but when we will do C++, it's not like you can do C++ always. We will do C++, we will increment the value of C only when that certain number, right, that n is divisible by I. So if n mod I equals to 0, I will update C that time. So after this loop I will check if C is 2, that means only 2 times the number was divisible. So definitely it's a prime number, otherwise it's not a prime number. The logic of this I have already explained in BlueJ for 9th video series. Here I am just showing you how to return boolean value according to the case, okay. So I have created is prime, I have created reverse, I have created except. Now one last method, that method name is calculate, okay, public void calculate. Now inside this method I will work for the range. So few things I will do as like in the previous program. So just copy paste the calculate method from here, and few things that I need to change, I will just change that. So copy paste it here in the calculate, okay, and here you will print emerp numbers, right, emerp numbers between SP and EP, okay. Now okay, fine, it will run. We will reverse the number, fine. Now we will check here if number and reverse both are prime. Is prime, you see I have called is prime function, and first time I will pass num. So if is prime num, if num is prime, this method will return true, okay. And is prime rev, so I have called 2 times is prime number. I have called 2 times, first time with number, second time with reverse, and if both the time it will return true. That's why I have used logical operator AND. So this if will be executed as true only when first and the second both calling will return true. So if it is true, number is printed. So I hope it's correct, okay. What's wrong? True is giving wrong. Boolean is prime if, okay, I haven't used return keyword, my mistake, what a silly mistake it was. So return keyword. Now the method is ready. You can create a main method here in the class itself, okay, but our main purpose was to tell you how we can reduce complexity. So I can call accept, I will pass 1 and let's suppose 500, okay, and then I will call this calculate, okay. So you can see it is printing all the prime numbers between 1 and 500, right, all the prime numbers between 1 and 500. Is it printing prime numbers? Just check it out. I think it's printing palindrome. Still it is printing palindrome. Let's check why. Let's get back to the program. Emerp numbers, okay, rev, okay, fine, is prime, and let's see whether what we have done in is prime number we have accepted, we have, and if C is equals to 2, then true, else, okay, here we have done the mistake. See the loop, okay, every time we have to increment the value of I. This was the mistake. So I is less than equals to n and I plus plus, okay, fine. So let's compile it, and now it will run. So what was the problem? I have to start the loop counter from 1. This was the problem, and I will go up to the number and I will try to divide every time with it. If it is divisible 2 times only, then only it is prime. Okay, I hope you got this. So let's see. here it is. So compile it, now call, create the object, now call the method. So accept 1 and 500, okay, right click and calculate. So now it's printing. So maybe because of few logical errors your program will not run. Like this time there was a logical error over there, but you have to find out what logical error it is and then you have to resolve it. I guarantee you each error will teach you a new thing. Don't worry about it. So with this practical example we have seen how method reduces complexity in these two programs. First of all, divide the problem into sub problem and then solve each sub problem with a method.
So guys, I hope now you understand how a method reduces complexity in a program after watching those two practical examples about the program which we have discussed here. So that's it for this video lecture. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel and click on the like button if you like this video, and tell us about how you like this video, or even if you don't like it, please leave the comments over there. If you are having any kind of doubt, you can leave it as a comment. Don't forget to share the video. So that's it in this video lecture. Hope to meet you in the next video lecture. Till then, thank you and happy programming.